The story of ancient mythical monsters. Since ancient times, different civilizations around the world have been fascinated by stories of mythical monsters. These stories were not just entertaining fiction, but a way to understand the unknown and explain natural events that humans were unable to explain. On this journey, we will delve deep into history to explore the greatest ancient mythical monsters that fascinated minds and left their mark on the collective memory of humanity. 1. Dragon, Lord of Heaven and Earth. The dragon is considered one of the most famous and widespread mythical monsters. In China, the dragon was associated with rain and fertility, and the emperor himself was believed to be the incarnation of the dragon, making it a symbol of divine power. In Europe, the dragon was known as an evil creature that guarded treasures in deep caves. Stories such as The Dragon and Sir Lancelot in the Arthurian legends or Sigurd the Dragon Slayer in Norse mythology highlight how confronting the dragon was a test of courage and intelligence. Interestingly, some scientists believe that stories of dragons may have been inspired by the discoveries of dinosaur bones, which sparked the imagination of ancient humans. 2. The Phoenix, the bird of immortality. The phoenix, or phoenix, is a global symbol of renewal and immortality. Legend has it that this mythical bird lives for several hundred years, and when it feels its end is near, it builds a nest of aromatic herbs and burns in it, so that a new bird is born from its ashes. In ancient Egyptian civilization, the phoenix represented the sun that sets and rises every day. In Greek mythology, it was depicted as a great golden bird singing a final song before being resurrected. The story carries an eternal message of hope and the ability to start over no matter the difficulties. 3. The Sphinx, guardian of secrets. The Great Sphinx of Giza is the greatest testimony to the status of this creature in Egyptian civilization. With its human faces and lion-like body, the Sphinx was a symbol of strength and wisdom. In Greek mythology, the Sphinx appears as a more sinister version, asking travelers a deadly riddle: what creature walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, and 3 at night? The answer is, of course, man, but failure to solve the riddle meant death. The story of the Sphinx combines mystery and power, making it an immortal creature in the minds of humans. 4. Hydra, a head that multiplies. In Greek mythology, the Hydra was a sea monster with multiple heads, and whenever one head was cut off, 2 more would grow in its place. Legend has it that the hero Hercules faced this monster as part of his 12 labors, and had to use fire to prevent the growth of new heads. The Hydra represents challenges that seem unsolvable. It is a symbol of the constant struggle between man and forces beyond him, whether nature or the unknown. 5. Kraken, terror of the seas. From the depths of the Scandinavian oceans came the legend of the Kraken, a sea monster that was believed to be the size of a small island. Stories say that it had huge arms capable of pulling entire ships into the depths. The legend may have been inspired by the giant squid, a real creature that lives in the depths of the oceans. Even today, stories of the Kraken fascinate scientists and explorers trying to unravel the mysteries of the deep sea. 6. Medusa. A look that turns you to stone. Medusa, a woman with snakes instead of hair, was one of the 3 Gorgons in Greek mythology. She had a terrible ability: anyone who looked into her eyes would turn to stone. The hero Perseus managed to kill Medusa using his intelligence, using his polished shield as a mirror to reflect her gaze and behead her without looking directly at her. The story of Medusa highlights the idea that intelligence can outweigh strength even in the face of the most powerful monsters. 7. The Ghoul, Arab horror. The Ghoul is a creature that appears in Arab tales and legends. It is said to live in deserts and graveyards, feed on humans, and has the ability to change its shape to deceive its victims. The Ghoul was a symbol of fear of deserted and unknown places.
Hey guys, thank you so much.
This story was told to children to warn them against wandering into dangerous places, making it as much an educational tool as it is a horror story. 8. Leviathan, the mysterious lord of the seas. In Jewish and Christian mythology, Leviathan was a colossal sea monster that represented chaos and untamed power. In some texts, Leviathan is described as a monster that will be defeated at the end of time, while others present it as an invincible force. Like the Kraken, this story may have been inspired by giant sea creatures, some of which still amaze scientists today. The message of mythical monsters. While these monsters may seem fantastical, their stories carry deep meanings. The dragon teaches us courage, the phoenix reminds us of hope, and Medusa demonstrates the power of intelligence. These myths are more than just tales, they are timeless lessons that reflect man's struggles with the unknown and his quest to understand the world around him. To this day, these stories continue to inspire art and literature, reminding us that monsters, whether real or imaginary, are part of the great human story.